Welcome back to Xenia High School for Game 2 of our doubleheader today between the Alter Knights and the Xenia Buccaneers. Alter dropping in first game in a heartbreaking fashion, losing in a walk-off single in the bottom of the 7th inning. But no time to dwell on that. Alter needs to come right back out and regroup and get set. And as I thought, Xenia is going to come back with the pitcher that closed things out for them the last couple innings out there. And he will get the start today. And looking here, that is, they didn't give me first and last name's Kyle Lane. Or no, I apologize. It's number 5 on here. Lewis. So Joey, that doesn't make sense. I'm trying to figure out here. I apologize. I'm just a little bit tired after the first game, but I'll pull it together very quickly. Like number 6, Aiden Evans will get the start. And like I said, he came in and pitched the last couple innings for Xenia and was very, very sharp in that fashion. So here we are, set to begin. First pitch, swing and a miss, and this game is underway. Second pitch is fouled up and away. And quickly the count is 0-2. Ball missing high. And same umpiring crew, but they have flipped for the second game. Field and plate. Ball missing outside. 2-2 is the count. Ball high, and suddenly we've gone from 0-2 to 3-2. And I'm curious to get a pitch count on him from their pitcher from the last 2 innings. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And there's one down here in the first, and that will bring up Danny Mangan to the plate for the first time. Ball 1. The wind up and pitch. Missing, low and inside. 2-0 is the count. Three and 0. And looking, Mangan will be playing shortstop this game. Matt Mahoney getting the start behind the plate for the Knights as catcher. There's strike 1, and freshman Max Homan will get the start on the mound for the Knights. Mangan fouls it away. And the count remains 3-2. So going 3-2 against both the first 2 batters. That ball is popped up and out of play. So that's the hope here, is that we can drive that pitch count up and get him out of there. Luke Ewald on deck. Luke pitched the last game and pitched an absolute gem. Ball 4. And so Mangan is aboard here. And with one away, that will bring up senior Luke Ewald. Quick throw over to first. The pitch high. Catcher's going to walk that out. And they're going to call timeout, and Luke has to take off a couple bracelets that he has on. That's a warning for him. Okay, they're telling everyone now that's your warning. Anybody else has it on, clear it off. And he's got to cut this one off. Luke just ripped it off. Okay, 1-0 the count. One out, Mangan at first base, leading off. Another quick throw over. The 1-0 delivery. Swing and a miss, that's low. And that ball's through on the throw down to second, and Danny Mangan has a steal. So it took quite a while for that pitch to come in to Ewald, and we are even at 1-1. Ball outside. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Ball low. 3-2. So first three batters going full count here. Ball 4. And Ewald on base with a walk. And that will bring up Spencer Girding. Spencer having a good first game at the plate. 2 singles to right field. And first baseman in, anticipating a bunt, but Girding swings away. Strike one. Strike two. Quickly Girding is behind 0-2 in the count. Ball low, just missing. 1-2. Ball missing, 2-2. Aiden Evans throwing a lot of pitches here in the first inning. Ball high, 3-2. So again, first four batters gone to full count here. And one pitch away from walking the bases loaded. Ball four, and we have bases loaded. That will bring Matt Scheretti to the plate, and Xenia coach wants to have a word at the mound. Yeah, no, I know. I know. Okay. Okay, so the meeting at the mound is done, and we are set to begin. Scheretti looking for his first hit of the day for the Knights. This would be a great time to do that. Pops that one up and out of play. One strike. So it's tough to get the energy back up by both teams after playing a long first game here, and the sun is out now. That ball is popped up in the air. We have infield fly called. Third baseman still sitting underneath it, and he makes the catch for out number 2. And so it is up to Alex Dunkel here in the top of the first inning with bases loaded to make something happen here for the Knights. Evans working from the windup. Ball's way upstairs, ball 1. Tried to put a little bit extra gas on that, and it floated high. That's over for a swinging foul ball. And the count evens at 1-1. That's upstairs. 2-1. Ball low, 3-1, and we are one pitch away from walking a run in here in the first. That's fouled back to the fence. And the count is full, so the runners will be going on the first motion here. Okay. And there go the runners. That's popped up and fouled out of play. There they go. That's low, and we've walked in a run. The pitcher did not like that call, but it was low. And that will bring up Kevin Barhorst with 2 outs and 1 run in for the Knights here in the top half of the inning. That ball goes high. He is overthrowing right now. He's frustrated and trying to throw extra hard, and it's just not working for him right now. Ball missing outside, and I will say this, the strike zone is much tighter this game than the first game, so both pitchers are going to have to throw strikes here. The 2-0 delivery. Swing, foul tip. 2-1's the count. That ball is hit high, driven in the gap. That's going to score a bunch. There comes one run across, 2 runs across. He is waving Dunkel across. He's got to go hard. He's got to go hard. Play at the plate, and he bobbles the ball. And 3 runs are in, and Barhorse is over to third base. And Barhorse comes up huge, and you can score 3 on that. And Alter jumps out to a 4-0 lead here in the first. And Ryan Mengen comes to the plate for the first time this game, and it would be great to bring in Barhorse. Let's not leave him alone on third base. Let's bring him home. Yep, ball high. He is overthrowing right now, and catcher's going out just to tell him, calm down, take it easy. And Coach Hosel wants to have a word with Ryan. So you can't wear your emotions on your sleeve as a pitcher, and right now he is. And Mengen back in. Barhorse on third, 1-0 count. The ball is low. Two-0, and he's well over 30 pitches this first half of the inning, and he pitched 2 previous innings in last game. That ball is low. So no one up in Xenia's bullpen at this point. Ooh, that was a high strike, and Mengen was halfway down to first base. So the 3-1 delivery. Strike 2. So we suddenly have a full count here with Matt Mahoney on deck, the catcher. Swing and a miss. And he tags him out, and that is it. But the Knights jump out to a quick 4-0 lead, courtesy of a few walks and a Kevin Barhorse triple deep in the gap. And after 1/2 inning of play, Alter 4, Xenia coming to bat. Okay, so Max Homan on the mound for the Knights. Matt Mahoney behind the plate. Luke Ewald is at first base. Sam McClanahan hurt himself in the first game and is not playing this game. Jack DeMario moves back to second base. Danny Mangan is in front of the plate this inning and out at shortstop. Spencer Girding makes his second start of the day at third base. Out in left field, Alex Dunkel, Kevin Barhorse in center, and out in right, Matt Scheretti. So we are set to begin the second half of the first inning, and it has warmed up and the sun is out, and the pitcher, Aiden Evans, comes to the plate, batting leadoff. Homan delivers, ground ball to to third base. Spencer Girding throws over to Ewald, and there's one pitch, one out. So Max Homan, a freshman, doesn't have quite the speed pitching that the other pitchers you've seen today have, but he does have some junk ball pitches, and batters will put the ball in play. So Knights will need to play defense today. That one's behind the batter. And this is Lewis, third baseman. Ball missing just high. 2-0. Homan working from the windup. That's a ground ball. That's a fair ball. Just over the bag, and he is going to go into second base for a double. So that ball bounced and just went over the bag and stayed fair. And this is number 9, Warren Mahar. So Homan working from the stretch for the first time today. He delivers. Just missing high. And that came in just above the waist. So a little bit surprised. Ball one. Coach Mike Hose will ask the same thing to the umpire. Homan delivers. That ball was way high. 2-0. Swing and a miss. 2-1. That ball is hit left field. Dunkel's not able to handle it, and that's going to score one, and it's going to end up at third base with a triple. And the score is 4-1. Brings up the catcher, Alex Sparks. Nice pitch for a strike. So Alter's infield now kind of hugging to the left side. Missing low. Ball is hit right back up the middle. That's going to score a run. And the score is now 4-2. And the inning continues for Kyle Lane. Comes to bat. Okay, Alter in need of an out here. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. And they are hitting Max early here, and he just needs to stay with it. That brings up number 20, who I believe pitch hit last game. That's a strike. So Homan coming back with a strike after a couple hits. And that is Lockwood up at the plate. Ooh. Max overthrew on that one. Mahoney having to block. Oh, not a wild throw on the steal to the outfield, and that's going to score another run. And there's tying run is at third base, so Alter working themselves into a bad situation here in the first with one out, and they need an out here in the worst possible way. Infield now playing up, trying to prevent that run from scoring. And that's a ground ball off of Spencer Girding and there into the outfield. And we are knotted up at 4 here. So the Knights hurting themselves here defensively. Already committing more errors this game than all of last game. And you just got to keep working. Got to work through it. Ball one. Swing and a miss. Xenia's dugout taunting Homan just a bit, and Homan looked over after that strike. Pitch. Strike 2. 1 and 2. So alternating to go after this one, needing an out. Double play would be perfect. Get out of this inning. Homan steps off. One, two, the count. No lead at all. I don't think there's a threat of this person stealing. But he's, Mahoney dropping the pitch, bouncing in front of him, and that was one somebody in the stands yelled, "Eat it." And I think if he had made that throw, could have had him. Lockwood not the most fleet of foot out there, and it is 2-2 with one out. Alter in search of that elusive out number 2. And ground ball in the gap, and they are going to send him, and now pull him back, and suddenly runners on second and third here. And the Knights not cleanly getting the ball into the infield and just allowing runners to advance. Extra bases. So Joey Hosel going out and telling Max just to settle down, throw strikes. That's a ground ball to Girding. Girding handles it, throws over to first for the second out. Runner holds at third, and they're 2 away in the inning. So good comeback after that trip to the mound. And that ball is blooped into right field. That scores 1. They're sending the other runner, and they've got him dead to rights, and he is out at the plate. But they score. Trying to see how many scored on that. 1 scored on the play, and they, at the end of 1 complete, Xenia takes a 5-4 lead. Okay, we will be seeing a new pitcher for Xenia this inning, and I can't tell if it's Kyle Lane or Braden Napier. I think it is Kyle Lane. I think he was out in at shortstop and now is in at pitcher. They have their roster. They have posted their duplicate numbers for just about every player out there, so it's hard to tell. So the Knights just need to regroup and get things going here again in the top half of the second inning. So after playing a first game of nearly air-free ball, several airs that inning, and that's what happens. That's what kind of gets us unsettled, and several hits, and the momentum shifts. So Alter needs to steal that momentum back here in the top of the second inning, and starting things off for the Knights will be catcher Matt Mahoney. And we're finally set to begin here. That ball is fouled back on a bunt attempt. Ball's in the dirt, 1-1. And in watching him warm up, I would make him work a little bit. He was all around the plate during warm-ups, and I know it's just warm-ups, but see what he's got. Make him throw you a strike. That bunt attempt was out of the strike zone. There it is. Nice bunt laid down, and he is going to be safe at first. So Mahoney with some major speed down, and he bunts it right in front of the plate and outruns the throw, and he is aboard here in the second. And so that rolls us over in the batting order, and up to bat now for the Knights is Jack DeMario. Quick throw over. That was a strike and a quick throw down to first. That was a high strike. That ball's away. And again, the catcher kind of signaled down to the first baseman, you better be ready for the throw. So players need to be awake here. That ball is high. He fakes the throw down to first, but the first baseman was there to receive it. And the count is 2-1. That was a high pop-up over towards the dugout and caught foul territory by the third baseman, and there's one out. That was a pitch high up and out of the strike zone. So let's be selective. He is not throwing strikes here. Quick throw over to first. Ball high. We have time. Ball's fouled up and out of play. And the count evens at 1-1. Or he's saying 0-2. Ball's high. They totally have this count messed up on the scoreboard. That ball's high. That ball is hit high to center field. Center fielder's underneath it and makes the catch for the second out. And that will bring up Moose Luke Ewald to the plate. That's a foul tip. And Mahoney was going on the pitch. That's ball. Oh, and he is dead on the steal. And that is it for the Knights in this inning. Going into the bottom of the second, they trail by 1. Okay, leading off here will be Kyle Lane, the starting pitcher for Xenia. Now playing a position in the field after exiting after the first inning. We'll see what inning 2 here does for the Knights. Hopefully better than inning 1. One pitch, one out, just like the first inning to Spencer Girding. And that will bring up Joey Lewis to the plate for the second time today. That ball is lined into left center field for a hit. And Warren Mahar comes to the plate for the second time. Quick throw over to first. And the delivery is going. Mahoney has to block that, and no play at second.
Go Max, settle in here.
So runner at second, 1-0 count. Homan checks the sign.
Come on, Max.
Ball's fouled up and away. The delivery. Ball high. 3-1 the count. Home plate umpire is not making any balls and strikes signs, so it's hard to keep track. That was a swing and a miss, and count is 3-2. Homan comes set. Delivers. Ball is hit deep to center field. Barhorst is there. And nice throw. There's no tag. So there are 2 outs in the inning. And that brings the catcher, Alex Sparks, up to the plate. Ball outside. Mahoney had to slide over to block that up. Nice stop by Mahoney. Mahoney set up on the outside corner of the plate. Mahoney blocks up again. This time, runner steals and is over at third. So 2-0 count here. Ball just missing high. 3-0. That just missed outside, and that was a strike. That was a terrible call. This umpire probably shouldn't be here for 2 games. He looks a little tired out there. And I mean, he's not even he is not making any balls and strikes calls to give the counts, and he has missed on both sides for both pitchers. Runners going. Oh, he's got a. Oh. And Mahoney got leveled. Mahoney is hurting right now. There is no slide. And he is hurting. All right, so the score is now 6-4 Xenia. There is a runner. He went from first to third. They tried to cut it off to second base and throw him out at home, and the ball and the runner met at the same time. That's a ground ball up the middle, and it is 7-4. 1 ball. And he has to drop and block that one. 2-0. The 2-0 delivery. Just missing 3 balls. Ball 4. Runners at first and second. Alter in search of that 3rd out here in the 2nd inning, and Coach Mike Hosel is going to ask for time. And we are going to make a pitching change here. Spencer Girding will come into the game. Max Homan will move over to 3rd base. Okay, so Girding has just about completed his warm-up, and with runners at 2nd and 1st, we have 2 outs in the inning, and just trying to stop the bloodletting here. Okay, so they got to make a play here. Time to bounce back. And this is Devin Hall at the plate. Ball 1. The ball is hit to left field. That's going to drop, and that will score 1. Dunkel bobbles the ball. So Xenia here, the 2nd game, just putting on a hitting display. And the inning continues. And that will bring up Dudley. That ball is hit to left field, and they're waving him around. Dunkel fields it cleanly, and that will hold the runner at 3rd base. And that will bring up Adkins. Ball is popped up in the air. Spencer's calling everyone else off. He makes the play, and there's 3 out in the inning. But they score 3 runs, and at the end of 2 complete, the score is 8-4, Xenia. No, I've gotten to that point. Very few things get me to that point. Got the crypt keeper behind the plate here. Even signal balls and strikes. No, he was out in the field. He shouldn't be doing 2 games in a day. Right. He's just too old and decrepit and minutes away from death. Okay, we are set to begin here, top of the 3rd inning, and the Knights have their work cut out for them. They're not out of the game by any stretch of the imagination, but they need to have better at-plate appearances and need to shore up some defense out in the field. That first pitch is popped up, and it is playable, and there's 1 out in the inning. So we need to lay off those first pitches because we've not had good luck with them. And Spencer Girding comes up to bat. Ball missing, ball 2. This is why you need to be patient. Let's not help them. Ball 3. And hopefully the Knights on the bench have learned that make him throw strikes. Don't help him out. Inside, ball 4, and so 4 straight pitches, and they are on base. So Matt Scheretti comes to the plate. A little more of a breeze for this game, but with it comes the sun, and the clouds have all but disappeared here. Ball high, and he has not thrown a strike this inning yet. Catcher's going out there just telling him to relax. There's a strike, finally. 1-1. Throw over to first. Ball high. Ball high. 3-1. I think he is one more pitch, a walk away from a trip to the mound by Xenia's coach. That was a swing and a miss. Foul tip. Delivery. That's fouled off the catcher's mask. Hopefully Father Time is okay. And I will tell you, looking around home plate, it is not level, and it looks like a garden that needs to be rototilled. So it's very rough back there for both catchers. Ball low. That's ball 4. And there are runners on first and second. And that brings up Alex Dunkel, left fielder. First baseman is way up in the box. Strike 1. Ball low. And that ball got away. They made a throw down to second base, and he was unable to handle it. I think the second baseman was surprised that the pitcher did not cut that back. That ball is fouled over the fence on the right side. And 1-2 is the count on Alex Dunkel. The pitch high. Needs to pull that bat down. And they're making another throw. And Spencer Girding was not even paying attention, and they threw him out. I mean, was not even paying attention. Didn't even know that the guy had caught the ball. There's a huge lead over at first. They're going to get another one here if they're not careful. You just cannot make mistakes like that if you're trying to climb in. And that is the end of the inning for the Knights. Xenia still needs to come to bat, and it's plays like that to just take the air out of the game. So the score after 2.5, Xenia 8, Alter 4. Okay, set to begin here, bottom of the third inning, and hopefully the Knights can put together a good defensive effort, get out of this inning without any more runs going up on the board. And we're at the top of the order. This is Evans, the starting pitcher. Swing and a miss. Strike one. Missing. Ball one. It just it doesn't help playing this many games back to back to back to back and just being short on pitching. That ball is popped up and out of play. And Alter trying to preserve pitching for Monday. It's a league game and much more important than a non-league game. The 1-2 delivery to Evans. Ball's high. The ball is punched to right field. Sharetti is over, though, and makes the catch for out number one of the inning. So that will bring up Lewis, the third baseman. Ball missing outside. The catcher had to look back at the umpire, and the umpire called a strike after that. I mean, I thought the first game was called exceptionally well behind the plate, and this game has been a joke. He just not on it. He looks very tired, actually, behind the plate. And the count is 1-2. Swing and a miss, and we have two away. So 2 outs here. Let's see if they can get the third and then build on that momentum. That brings up Warren Mahar. Okay, 2-0 is the count. Let's get Spencer to battle back here. Ball is fouled back, 2-1. That's punched up, but over is Jack DeMario, and they retire them 1, 2, 3. So let's figure out how we can build on that, and let's do something offensively here at the plate. So at the end of 3 complete, the score 8-4 Xenia. I'll give you $50 if you let me cut your hair. No? That's $50.
That would pay for your haircut by him.
Yeah. Okay, so let's pick up some of that momentum gained at the bottom half of the last inning and translate that into some offense here. But let's make their pitcher work. He has not been around the plate consistently. Let's make him throw some strikes here. Okay, Bar Horse is at the plate. Missing. And pitcher was surprised, and I was a little surprised too. That looked like a changeup that was right across the heart of the plate. Missing again, ball 2. Make him work, guys. Swing and a miss. Two, 1 count. Foul ball. The 2-2 delivery. That's high. And here's the full count delivery. Ball 4. I will tell you, I do not understand this strike zone. Do not understand it at all. And that's with our players too. So Ryan Mangan up to hit. Barhorst takes his lead at first. That's a ground ball. Slow dribbler to second. That's misses. He flubs it up, and there is no play to be made. And so runners at first and second. And this is what the Knights need to start off. So that will bring up Andrew Wayner, who entered the game. This fouled up and almost over the fence. So I'm trying to figure out who he is in for. He didn't even offer. The ball was up at his shoulders, and it was a strike. This guy needs to be doing games at Shady Acres. That missed outside. And I'm sorry, and I'm not a homer, but this umpire doesn't have any semblance of a strike zone that's consistent. That's a ground ball, bouncer to shortstop, another error. He should have taken it unassisted, and instead he tried to underhand it, and he was just too close for it to be handled, and now bases are loaded. And that brings up Jack DeMario to the plate. So Alter in prime position here to strike back here. And I'm still trying to figure out who he is in for, Wayner. Okay, so we have one strike, and it's my understanding he's hitting for Sharetti. Not sure what's going on there. Or Mahoney, who got hit in that collision at home plate 2 innings ago. Ball missing outside, and like I said, this pitcher is not hitting the zone. We just need to be patient up there and make him work. Let's not help him out. Inside, 3-1, and we are a pitch away from walking a run in. And I did not see anyone warming up in Xenia's bullpen. That was up and in, and that walks a run in. And so the Knights being patient at the plate is paying off, and it's 8-5. And Xenia pitching coach is going to call time and go out to the mound. And that is the tying run on first base with no outs right now. And he is really struggling with the strike zone. But, not just that, the fielding has not helped the pitching out at all. There are two errors out there which could have cleared the bases, and instead we have bases loaded. So Danny Mangan coming to the plate, looking for a little bingo here in the top of the 4th inning. That was a vicious hit he did. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Danny had to jump out of the way or he's going to get hit in the knees, and the umpire hesitated and then called a strike. So this is this point, hitters don't know what to do. Batters don't know what to do. They just got to swing. And quickly it's 0-2 on Mengen. And that was a nice pitch. And 1 out in the inning. So Luke Ewald comes to the plate. 1 out. And twice today they pitched around Ewald, intentionally walking him. That's a ball. Let's just see if he can lay into one here. They are playing him straight away, so the alleys have a lot of space. 2-0 the count. Ewald fouls that up and away. And he held. Oh! Hold on. He said that he went around and he did not even break. The umpire in the field even called safe when it wasn't even an appeal, and the umpire in the field called safe. Oh my gosh, I am speechless. Ball 4, and that walks in a run. But I'm telling you, it never should have even come to that. This is ridiculous very quickly. And Spencer Girding is up. Knights only down by 2 here. Ball 1 inside. And Xenia does not have anyone up and running, so you have to think that if they're going to make a pitching change, it's from somebody that's already in the field. Girding late on that swing and does get a piece of it, but it's fouled out of play. And there is a player down. He went over. And he is in a lot of pain. It's his knee. And it planted the wrong way. And he just went down very awkwardly. And we certainly hope he's okay. Did he plant wrong or what? Yeah, I mentioned before, this field is not in the best of shape, and there was a pothole out there, and he's coming out of the game. He's hurt, and I mean, I can look around. There are big divots, huge divots in the dirt, and they're probably 3-4 inches deep. So, and trying to figure out what they're doing here. It looks like they're going to make a couple switches in the field. So 7-4-11 is subbing in. All right, so Spencer Girding settles in to the plate with 1 out, bases loaded, and 2 runs in here in the top of the 4th. That ball is low. Continues to struggle out on the mound. And perhaps Xenia's in the same situation as Alter. That low, that there's just not a lot of pitching because of the number of games and games coming up early in the week. So 3-1 is the count. And that's a ground ball up the middle, and he's going to take that unassisted, and he was off the plate. No, he was off the plate. He did not make the call. He called him out, but he was a good 1.5 feet off the bag to stretch to get it. He was off the bag, and if this umpire at home blows, oh my gosh. I absolutely have given up hope with this umpire behind the plate. That was probably the worst call I've seen all year here. He came off the bag a good 1.5 feet to get that ball that was in the dirt. Swear to God, sometimes that's the closest I've come. Somebody just asked me if I've ever cursed on the air, and this is the closest I've come. But that just blew 2 runs coming across. And going into the bottom of the 4th, the score is 8-6. Okay, I've taken my calm down medicine here, but that's just, you shouldn't miss plays like that. I can understand if it's a bang bang play, but he was not even close to the bag. In fact, the first baseman was looking to make the next play because he knew that he wasn't on the bag. So just continues to add to this resume of umpiring behind the plate. And good innings, so the Knights got 2 of them back and just need to keep plugging away. And so we have some position changes out there in the field. So Luke Ewald moves over to third base. Jack DeMario shifts to shortstop. And Max Homan moves over to second base. So that's a ground ball to second base. Homan has it. Throws over to first for the out. And I'm looking to see if we have a change behind the plate. Yeah, Danny Mangan has come in and is catching behind the plate. Matt Mahoney took that vicious blow on the play at home where there was the collision, and he is now out of the game. So some shifting out there on defense. Kyle Lane is at the plate for Xenia. A ball missing low, 2-0. Nice pitch for a strike. Ball missing upstairs, 3-1. That ball is hit to center field, but Barhorst is there for out number 2. So the Knights tightening up here on defense, making some plays. And that brings up Lachlan, and this player is a specimen for Xenia. He looks like a linebacker on the football team. And that first pitch is in for a strike, but I would hate to see this guy give a ball a ride. Strike 2. That looked like it was a bit low, but just below the knees, but a strike nonetheless. An 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, but it's to the backstop. He's got to hurry up, and he's going to be at first, and they have to get that ball. That's out in the outfield, but he is going to stay at first. So the third out was there, and we just could not get it. So it's time to step up and make the next play out there. And they're bringing in Devin Hall. They're going to So it's up to the Knights now to not let that air get to them and make the next play to get out of this inning. Pitch outside, ball 1. That ball is popped up in foul territory. Dunkel out there trying to make a play, and it's tough to make it over the shoulder. No way you can fault him for not making that catch. That was a very difficult play. That ball is hit to center field. Barhorst comes up and makes the catch, and the side is retired. So no runs that inning. At the end of 4 complete, the score is 8-6 Xenia. So Xenia deciding to ride it out with Lane as pitcher here in the 5th inning. And it's up to the Knights to continue to be patient at the plate and take advantage of opportunities that are out there. So Matt Scheretti comes to the plate. First pitch is over for a strike. Strike 2. 2 quick strikes on Scheretti. Scheretti doesn't quite seem in sync as he's been today. Ball missing high. Pitcher was shocked at that, but it did look a bit high. That ball's high. 2-2. So Scheretti with 2 strikes, still being a bit selective. The wind up and pitch. That ball is high. And the count is full. So we've gone from 0-2 to 3-2. And it would be nice to get Scheretti on base here. That ball is inside. So 4 straight balls after 2 straight strikes. And Alter picks up where they left off last inning. Alex Dunkel up. Wondering if we are in a bunting situation. Quick throw over to first. So he attempted bump, which is a foul tip, and Scheretti needs to return to first base. So wondering if the same play is on. Third baseman not up nearly as far as they've been for bunt, but we have a new, that is nicely executed bunt. And he's out at first, but we get Scheretti over to second. So Alex Dunkel does his job, and that will bring up Kevin Barhorst to the plate. And Dunkel did his job running down to first base in fair territory, trying to make that throw as difficult as possible. Catcher having to throw to the outside. That's inside, ball 1. And what's really important here is that we are smart base running there at second base, ball 2, and that we're not falling asleep, because they've shown all day they will throw straight down to second. We do not want to be picked off again. Strike 1. And he took some velocity off that just to get it over for a strike. That ball is going to fall, and that gets away from the center fielder. So first and third here with 1 out, and that brings up Mango to the plate. Ryan Mangan comes up with a great opportunity here, and runners on first and third. The catcher comes out to signal what the play is, and wonder if we're going to do what we did last time, where we draw a throw, we go early to get in a pickle to score Scheretti or advance the runner. That's low and in the dirt, ball 1. So we'll see here. Lots of signals being relayed in by Coach Mike Hosel. Throw over, back safely. And we've got to get these runs across. We're running out of opportunities here. That's a strike, delayed steal. No throw. Good call there. Mike Kozel mixing things up with the signals. So now a base hit could tie this game here. That ball is high. Pitcher steps off. So a 2-1 count. Quick delivery. That's a ground ball. That's going to score 1 run. And throw over to third. Trying to get Barhorse back. Does not work. And the Knights have scored 1 here in the top half of the 5th inning. And they only trail by 1 at this point. So the Knights slowly digging themselves out. And just like I said, doesn't all have to happen in 1 inning. We just need to do it in little bits and pieces here. So Andrew Wayner up here with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Now both crowds. It was dead here for a while, and now everyone seems to be in this game as it tightens up. Ball missing outside. Now their fans are on the umpire. Hey, welcome to our world, buddy. Swing and a miss there. Ball missing outside, 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Knights are out in the inning. But they do get 1 run, and now the middle of the 5th, they only trail by 1, the score 8-7. We are set to begin the bottom half of the 5th inning here. Alter trailing by just 1. And the last 2 innings are really good defensive stands by the Knights. And this will bring up Dudley to the plate. So we have some momentum right now. We just need to keep it going here on defense. Ball inside. Ball 2. Just missing 3-0. That was close. And just need to battle back one pitch at a time here. Don't need all 3 strikes, just 1. There we go, strike 1.
Come on, come back, come back, come on.
3-1 delivery. That's a ground ball to Demario, who fields it cleanly and throws over to first for the out. So he had some wheels getting down the line, Dudley, but Demario was able to get him by about a half step. And that brings up Atkins, who is number 9 batter in the lineup for Xenia. Just missing, ball 1. So way to battle back by Spencer Girding, getting down 3-0 and then getting that ground out. That ball is hit and pulled foul. Just missing outside. I just don't understand this strike zone. It looks like Jell-O. And the count is 3-1. That last one was outside, but the one before it was right across the plate. Strike 2, and their batter thought that it was ball 4. And now we have full count here. That was in the dirt, and Danny's going to have to run and get that. Got to be careful here. And we have 1 on and 1 out, and we're at the top of the order here. Girding delivers. Bunt here in front of the plate. Spencer threw the ball into right field. And so that's going to move both runners to second and third. And he fielded it cleanly and then just threw it about 3 feet over first baseman's head. But we'll have the corners up at this point. Actually, the infield will be up. And we move on to the next batter here. So what's important is that Danny block up on everything. Cannot let any pitch get by him. So 1-0 the count. That's to the, and exactly what we couldn't let happen. Hey! And the runner just came in and knocked the pitcher out of the way. No call. So score is now 9-7. And there was contact, but probably a good no call. And you cannot give up runs like that Errors have come back to haunt us. Swing and a miss. Infield up. He's squeezed. Foul ball. And that was a suicide squeeze. And in that situation, if you pitcher's in the windup and you hear squeeze, you give them a pitch that he cannot get to without leaving the box. Then that gives you an opportunity to get the tag down. If you throw anything over the plate, he's going to bunt, and they've squeezed a run home. So it's not coming this time. That's fouled back. He was trying to punch that ball. So count remains 2-2. That's a foul ball. Ball is fouled up and out of play. So we've been at 2-2 here for a while. One out, runner on third. And that ball is to the backstop, and that's going to score another run. Mike, appeal that. Appeal it at home. He missed home plate. He missed home plate. Appeal it. Have him step off and do it. He totally missed home plate. We have it on film. Asked him to step off, throw home. He's going to throw home and appeal. That was a horrible call. Horrible call, Blue. He missed it. I will tell you, I have been in this game for years and years, and I've never seen a worse high school umpire behind the plate. So, still one out in the inning. Runner on first base. That ball is crushed to left center field, and that's going to score a run. And they're going to get Ryan Mangan up in the bullpen. Ball missing outside, and Spencer is a little unnerved right now out there, justifiably so. And I have 11-7, but the scoreboard says 10. That ball is up to left field and caught, thrown back in. And we have 2 outs in the inning. Ball high. Strike 1. Two and 2 is the count. Or no, I'm sorry, 3 and 1. They had the scoreboard wrong again. Ball is fouled up and away. So 3-2 is the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Ball 4. Oh my gosh.
That's 3-2. And where is that?
He is out. Hold on here. This has totally gotten out of hand. These 2 umpires, it's a comedy of errors, and Mike Hosel is beside himself.
Your coach hasn't shut his mouth the whole game.
All right.
What the heck?
And the umpire in the field is saying that the other umpire said, wait a minute, that's not time. And this is absolutely ridiculous. He had the wrong count. So this Mike just asked him where the pitch was, and the umpire just said the count's 3-2. I don't think he remembers anything longer than 10 seconds ago. 3-2 count. This is gotten out of hand. Line drive to the outfield. Barhorse comes up throwing. Home. Run does not score. Sometimes you just got to know when it's time to hang up the career. Maybe Walmart needs a greeter. That's fouled off the inside of his foot.
Foul ball.
Now the umpire in the field is yelling back and forth. This is absolutely ridiculous. And now the Xenia fans are encouraging the umpire to get in a fight. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's fouled back. Boy, and this is getting out of hand. Now the fans are getting into it a little too much. And it never should have gotten to this. And the count is now 3-2, 2 outs. Runners on second and third. And this does not even feel like a baseball game anymore. And bases are loaded. And Joey Hosel going out to the mound. And Spencer will come out. Max will come out, it looks like. And Ryan Mangan will come in, but another player needs to come into the game here for the Knights. So, and yeah, Max would have to come out of the game if Mangan is entering as a pitcher, because I believe Mangan was the DH. But Spencer will return to the field. I think he just wanted to go in and get his sunglasses and get a drink. And probably was a good idea to have a break in the action because things in the stands were getting a little bit too heated here. But you really cannot blame either sets of fans because these umpires are an absolute joke. So Ryan Mangan enters the game with bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Strike one. Strike two. So 2 pitches, 2 meatballs over the plate, and not a swing here. So I guarantee he'll be swinging here with 2 strikes. So Megan needs to get a little bit nasty. The delivery, missing away. Strike 3. I don't know what he was looking for. So 3 outs in the inning, but the damage is done. And at the end of 5, it is 11-7 Xenia. Okay, the Knights get 2 more tries at this, and we will lead off the top of the 6th with Jack DeMario coming to the plate. So here we go. Jack DeMario looking to get things started. And again, let's not press. Let's slow the game down and bring it to us. No need to help this pitcher. He has definitely walked a lot this game, and we just cannot help him at this point. First pitch is to the backstop. The 1-0 delivery. That's over for a strike, and that was a strike. Every now and then a blind squirrel finds a nut. That was out of the strike zone, but DeMario took a cut at it. And the 1-2 delivery. That is hit. Ground ball to second base. Who's up, throws over, and that's 1 away in the inning. So as frustrating as this has been, you can only control what you can control. And right now the Knights just need to be patient. Ball missing inside. That ball was almost uncatchable. 2-1 the count. Luke Ewald on deck for the Knights. That ball is fouled up and away, and both DeMario and Mangan swinging at the high fastballs, which appear to be out of the strike zone, and we just need to make him throw strikes. Ball is fouled up and away, so Mangan hanging tough there at 2-2. Balls that bounced off the plate, 3-2. Ball's low, ball 4. And we have one on board for Luke Ewald. And again, be patient. No need to press right now. Make him throw strikes. Ball high. That is a high towering hit center field, but center fielder is underneath it and makes the catch for out number 2. And that will bring up Spencer Girding. So Spencer doing a nice job in relief, long relief tonight. Throw over to first. Runner is going. The throw down. That's into center field. But Mangan will hold it. Will hold it second. One and two, or 1-1. The scoreboard is wrong again, so 1-2 is now the count. Two outs. Mangan gets his lead at second. The ball is upstairs. We have twos all across the board here. Ball's outside, and half of Xenia's team started walking to the dugout, and the catcher just said something to the umpire. Full count here. What? Oh my gosh, there is a guy sitting in the back of the dugout on a bucket, and the umpire stopped the play to make him get off the bucket. That's inside, ball 4. So So apparently the umpire can see someone sitting in the back of the dugout on a bucket but can't see a play in front of him. Xenia's fans are absolutely beside themselves on that last call, and that was justifiably so. He was out stealing at third. I don't understand why we're doing that. Okay, going into the bottom of the sixth, score remains 11-7. We are just about ready to get started here, and I have to tell you, I have coached Ryan Mangan since he was a grade school football player. Watched him grow up and play football through the Alter Knights football program, watching him here the last couple years for baseball, and he is certainly one of the most entertaining players I have ever seen, and he just will keep a team loose, and he likes to have fun out there, and I'm really going to miss after he graduates this year. So, Ryan Mangan, we will miss you. So, let's see what you can do here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Let's see if we can settle down here and play some good defense for a half inning. Ball one in the dirt. Help yourself there. Take as many as you want. That's a foul ball. Well, I'll tell you, I don't think Ryan could move any slower, and I think this is a little bit of gamesmanship right here. Ooh, that ball missed, and I'm not sure where it was, but 2-1. 3-1. That ball is hit left field. That will go to the corner. Throw in and leadoff double here in the 6th inning. That ball is hit in the gap to left center, and that will score a run. And the score is now 12-7. Pulls that one foul. This half of the inning seems to be moving in slow motion. Just missing outside. 1-1. Pitch. Oh, that just missed. 2-1. That ball was at his eyeballs and it was a strike. And the last one was a foot lower and it was a ball. So you tell me. Ball is popped up and out of play. Strike 3. Caught looking. Hey, all I can tell you is 2 strikes. You don't know what's going to happen. Leave things in your hands. 1 out. The sun is away and the clouds have now come out. And it's cooling off very quickly here. Tried to drag bunt it, but fouled it back to the screen.
Good thing. No, you let it go. You can see the screen. 3 seconds. Did you hear what I said?
Don't let that fool you.
Ball high.
I said yes like 3 times. Like she like.
Got away from him. Runner will advance to second base. And we have a pitcher-catcher battery here. The Mengen brothers. Ryan pitching, Danny catching. Pitcher being a senior, catcher being a freshman. That's a foul ball on a bunt attempt. And we have a 2-2 count. That ball is smoked, and Wayner tries to make a diving catch and cannot hold on to it. That's going to score one. And the score is 13-7. That ball is hit high to center field. Barhorse sitting underneath it will make the catch. There's no tag. And they're two-way in the inning. A long day here at the ballpark. That ball is popped up in the air underneath. Girding wants it and makes the catch for the third out. And so at the end of 6 complete, the score is 13-7 Xenia. Okay, so it comes down to this, top of the 7th inning. And the Knights are back in action on Monday evening out at Wright State against Middletown Fenwick. And that is always a highly competitive game. So set to begin here. That's Matt Scheretti at the plate. Ball away for the first pitch. Strike one. Strike two. Strike three. So the Knights just deflated at this point, and it's strike one there. It's hard to get up when you're playing two opponents here. That ball is fouled up and out. Nice ground ball. That's in the gap. Nobody is there to take the throw, and Dunkel is aboard. So, like the fact that Alex is fighting every pitch there. And that will bring up Kevin Barhorst to the plate. That ball is high. Ball two. Ball three. So 3-0 the count. Dunkel at first base. There's strike one. Three one delivery. Ball four. So 2 on base here with one out. Knight still breathing. And Xenia's pitching coach is going to come out and have a quick word. Or I'm wondering if he is out of pitches. And I think he is. And so we are going to have a relief pitcher here coming in. So it looks like it's going to be number 3. And that is Atkins. So Atkins will come in trying to close things out for the Buccaneers. So, and I don't have the schedule right in front of me, but if memory serves me correct, I know that, like I said, Monday the Knights are home against Middletown Fenwick, and then Tuesday is a JV game only at Fenwick, and that game is 5 p.m. Monday's game at Wright State is slated to begin at 5:30. Now I know that even though we're on turf, we are supposed to be getting some pretty sketchy weather beginning tomorrow, and it's supposed to rain into Monday, and so I just am not sure. The field will be in playable conditions. It's just a matter of if there's anything that would keep them from playing the game. And then Wednesday, we play down in Cincinnati, and I believe that's a Purcell Marion game, and I think that's actually at the Cincinnati Reds Baseball Academy. And no, I am wrong about that. So Tuesday is JV only, and then Wednesday we play at Fenwick. So yeah, that's next week is Fenwick week. We are home and then away, and Wednesday's game is at 5 p.m. and then we are off until next Tuesday, and that game will be at Purcell Marion. That game will be played at Cincinnati Baseball Academy. And that week of when Alter's on spring break, we will not be broadcasting any of the ball games. I will be on a beach in Siesta Key, and so we will have people. Max will be here, as will the rest of the team, but the announcer will not be. So we are set to begin here. Ryan Mangan is coming up to bat with Alex Dunkel on second base and Barhorse on first base. Let's see if Mangan can keep this moving along. So Atkins in here trying to close things out. First baseman way up in the grass, and that's a strike. And I will guarantee you that we're not in a bunting situation here, because we don't need one run. We need 6. So Xenia, first baseman, now falls back. That's a ground ball right up the middle, bounces, flips on, and that is the third error on the exchange between the shortstop and the second baseman tonight. So just not having good luck there, and bases are loaded here for Andrew Wayner with 1 out. And now, again, the first baseman's up, but we're not in a bunting situation here. One 0 count. Ball is low and away. 2-0. That's 3-0, and so this relief pitcher is struggling with finding the strike zone, and we are 1 ball away from walking a run in. And there it is. So that scores a run, and the score is now 13-8. So Jack DeMario comes up to bat, and the Knights fighting here down to the last out. Danny Mangan on deck. Atkins working from the windup. That's a strike. Strike 2. That one was a little bit outside. DeMario did not agree with it, but it's 0-2 still. Can't appeal that. That ball is hit in the gap, and that bounces off. That's going to score 1. That's going to score 2. And suddenly it's getting a little more interesting here in the 7th inning. So the tying run comes to the plate here in the 7th. So Danny Mangan comes to bat, and Luke Ewald is on deck for the Knights. And again, be patient. He's struggling to throw strikes. Let's not help him out here. That's a strike. And I would trust DeMario here to steal. They just had 0-3 on the scoreboard. That ball is popped straight up into the infield. Second baseman's out. Right fielder's coming in and makes the catch. And they're 2 out in the inning. And it's up to Luke Ewald here for the Knights. Quick throw over to first. The ball's to the backstop, and that's going to score. Wayner. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh. He tags him out, and that is the ball game. So Knights just coming up short. Final score here today, 13-11. That's all I can say here. That's all I'm going to say. It was 13-11. Knights on the short end of this. And we will see everyone on Monday night out at Wright State, 5:30, weather permitting, against Fenwick Falcons. So have a great weekend, everybody. And this is Dave Helm.